Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've hung out with me before. Hi, I am Rachel and we are in December. This is insane. Time is moving so fast. This is crazy. So because we are in December and we are quickly approaching Christmas and the holidays and everything, I decided to do something kind of fun. I decided to do something Christmas related. So if you've been watching my videos for a while now, you know that I've been doing the Disney animated feature movie challenge, and I just did movie number 20, which was Aristocats. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But if you are new to my channel, basically what I've been doing is I'm watching every Disney animated feature film that's had a theatrical release in order, starting with Snow White. But I decided to do a couple of bonus videos that aren't on my list for a few different reasons, but they are Disney animated features and they are Christmassy. So here we are, obviously talking about one of my absolute favorite movies year-round, but especially this time of year, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I am with my friend Jack here all over the place. I have my Jack necklace on. I am set. I am ready. This is one of those movies that I watch Halloween time and then I watch again Christmas time. If you haven't seen it, you're crazy. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. This was released October 29th, 1993, which means I was 3 years old and definitely watched it shortly after this release. I just remember growing up watching this movie. I used to reenact all the scenes. One in particular I used to reenact with my dad. He'd come in and into a room and say, "What did Santa bring you?" And I'd hold up like a pillow or something, like the scene where the parents come in and the kid holds up a shrunken head. I used to reenact this entire movie basically, and I still recite it when I'm watching it. So I'm sure many of you know, but this is based on the short poem that Tim Burton wrote. But I found out that the whole idea for the poem and everything came about while he was in a store and he saw a Halloween display being taken down and a Christmas display being put up, and he said that just that whole thing kind of sparked his imagination and inspired him to write this poem. I'm so glad he did. Thank you, Tim Burton. So you know, Tim Burton, he did write the poem, and it is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, and you know, he came up with most of the characters and most of the script and everything, but he did not direct it. He was actually too busy to direct, unfortunately, so Henry Selick ended up directing the film. So this is actually the first Disney animated feature film to not be animated in the traditional way. This was all done in stop motion and it looks so cool. It took about 3 years and a group of 100 people all working together to make this film, and the reason behind that is because, I mean, if you know stop motion, it takes a long time to make even just a few seconds of film. For 1 second of film, it can be up to 12 stop motion moves. So originally it was going to be Walt Disney Pictures Presents, but just before, you know, it was released and everything, Michael Eisner decided that it was too dark for kids. So he decided to move it over to Touchstone Pictures, which was a part of the Disney company, but not Walt Disney Pictures. And so they decided to use that banner instead. So in the original, when you watch it, it says Touchstone Pictures Presents. But in the re-release, which was in 2006, they used the Walt Disney banner instead, the Walt Disney Pictures banner. So if you watch it on Netflix, it is going to be Touchstone Pictures, but if you watch it on like my DVD, it does say Walt Disney Pictures Presents, so kind of cool. So there is an extended ending to the film where it's many years later, Santa comes back to Halloween Town to visit, and Jack has like 3 or 4 skeleton children running around. I don't know much further into that, but I thought that was kind of cool, and I don't even know if it's on. I'm sure you can find it somewhere, but it's probably out there. And then this is something my boyfriend and I were actually talking about, because he was like, oh, I'm surprised they never did a sequel. And I just thought that they just decided, it doesn't need a sequel. But actually in 2001, the Walt Disney Pictures company was kind of playing with the idea and considering doing a sequel to this. And it was Tim Burton who was like, no, like, drop it. We're not gonna do a sequel. It's just not gonna be good. It's not gonna serve the original film. It's not gonna help in any way. Just let's drop it. Especially, so not only was he kind of against the idea of a sequel, they were considering animating it with computer animation instead of stop motion. And personally, I think that would just be really weird to see. I'm really glad that they didn't do that. They don't really need a sequel to this movie. And I don't know, like, I'm glad Tim Burton kind of stepped in and was like, guys, we don't need this, especially if it's going to be done with computer animation. It will just not be great. So again, thank you, Tim Burton. That just got dimmer. Don't worry about it. Let me know in the comments below if you think that that was a good idea, like if you agree with me and Mr. Burton, or if you would have liked to see more adventures with Jack and Sally and Zero and everyone and their skeleton children apparently. If you'd like to see them go into other holiday doors, I do think it is cool to kind of think like, okay, what does Thanksgiving Town look like? What does Easter Town look like? It is cool to kind of think about, but I still agree with Mr. Burton. There shouldn't really be a sequel to this. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments below. I was gonna go into the movie, but this is already gonna be a forever long video. So, but yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this movie. The music is so wonderful and iconic. Like, immediately when the credits start, it just takes you back. It's so good, and the animation is just so cool. So I definitely give this movie 5 mouse ears, of course. It's fantastic. So I'm gonna be really shocked if you've never seen it, but if you haven't, go watch it. That is it for The Nightmare Before Christmas. Stay tuned. I do have another Christmas video coming out, so keep your eyes open for that. And if you are new to my channel, or if you just haven't subscribed yet, please do. It'll make me really, really happy, and it'll be the best Christmas present ever. And we can continue hanging out and nerding out about Disney. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys are having a really fun, joyful holiday season. I know I have so far. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys again so much, and have a beautiful, magical, wonderful, jolly day. Mwah.